Hi, everybody. Welcome in. It is time for a Saturday evening battle between Bishop State and Enterprise State. One of these two teams will take on Central Alabama tomorrow. Ball game that was originally, I guess, supposed to be played yesterday. And then earlier today, but pushed to 6:30, all compliments of Mother Nature, but we are underway. Bishop State, on virtue of a coin toss, they are the visiting squad, and the home team is Enterprise State. Harmony Stafford stepping in to start it off. Jessica Farrar is the two-hitter. Cameron Lawson batting third. Kaylee Weaver in the fourth spot. Tetra Dukes is the five-hitter. Claire Frost batting sixth. Kaylee King seventh. Emma Wilson the eight-hitter. Mallory Roth in the nine spot. Got a 6-3 put out, fielded it short by Cooper, and Stafford is out number one. That'll bring Jessica Farrar to the plate. Cameron Lawson moving to the on-deck circle. Gabby Causey in the circle, and pops Farrar. Farrar down to first. And your first base runner, compliments of a hit, but it's not the kind of hit Jessica Farrar was hoping for. Dinged by Gabby Causey. Shaq Washington behind the plate for Enterprise State. Chloe Jones is at first. Second baseman Caitlin Money. Shortstop is Kelsey Cooper, and at third, Madison Meeks. Grace Jernigan in left. Center fielder Ollie Whitehead and Aaliyah Wallace in right field. So a base runner aboard, Cameron Lawson stepping in. After the rain cleared out, this artificial turf quickly ready for softball. And of course tomorrow you got softball at noon and a potential lift game to follow. Little high with the offering to Cameron Lawson. Enterprise State lost their first game to Bevel State and have won ever since. Lost in the opening game 4-0. And then they've had their backs against the wall the rest of the tournament. Elimination games with a win over MMI and a win over Bevel State. Now taking on Bishop State. Bishop State's lone loss coming to Central Alabama. And there's another runner aboard. The walk given to Lawson. 2 on as Kaylee Weaver comes to the plate. Bishop State on virtue of a 2 seed. Skipped the opening round. Knocked off MMI in the 2:30 Thursday game, and then they lose to Central Alabama, and here they are taking on Enterprise State. Central Alabama, the lone unbeaten team. And has had a pretty easy path to get there. I guess easy is in the eyes of the beholder, however. They were the number 1 seed, so skipped the opening round. And then had their win over Bevel State 9-1. Took on Bishop State, knocked them off, and 2 games later, they're into the championship. Couple of base runners on. That is sent in the direction of center field. Backtracking, reaching up. Allie Whitehead makes the catch. Tagging, going to third. And there safely is Farrar. 2 gone with runners on the corners. And getting up a little gimpy is Madison Meeks. Farrar, when she tagged, slid in to Meeks. And Meeks now trying to shake off the pain. So Weaver with a fly out in the center field for out number 2. And at first, Lawson, third Farrar. Tetra Dukes coming to the plate. Veterans Park, Alabaster, Alabama. Better than a decade here. And it seems like every time, every year I pull into the park, there are additional upgrades. And this year, I think the outfield fence a little bit different. And two, you have an additional set of netting that keeps the home run ball from going to the playground behind center field. Dukes with a couple of base runners on, high and away with the pitch. Throw might have been intended to go to second, but Causey reached up and plucked it. I don't know if the intent was to catch or the intent was to literally save face. That one was about head high. Couple of base runners in scoring position after the steal by Lawson. Count goes to 3-0 on Dukes. Claire Frost moving to the on-deck circle. A little bit high with the offering. Dukes walks and the bases are full to Wildcats. So it is all loaded up. Claire Frost coming to the plate. Frost, a .281 hitter. 1 home run, 17 RBIs, 4 doubles on a .317 hitting Bishop State squad. Kaylee King moving to the on-deck circle. Bishop State threatening early. Bases loaded. But the beauty of it for the Boll Weevils is if Gabby Causey can get Frost, they go to the bottom part of the inning scoreless. Couple of pitches missing. That is 6 straight now outside of the strike zone from Causey. And a big pitch coming up. Causey does not want to run it to 3-0, especially with the bases full. Kaylee King to the on-deck circle. Brief conversation between Washington and Causey. And Frost will step in, 15 RBIs on the year. 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, high pitch, 3-0. And if I weren't so cheap and a betting man, I'd say Frost sits on this one. 3-0 offering. He had got the outside part of the plate. Field 5, Veterans Park, Alabaster, Alabama. A chance to get to the championship. A couple of one-loss teams in the Wildcats and Boll Weevils. And there is another one. Causey battling back. Running the count full. Three-2 offering, the payoff from Causey. Bases full with Farrar, Lawson, and Dukes on. That is fouled back, and the battle between the two, Causey and Frost, will continue. Frost with a total of 7 extra base hits. 5 doubles, a triple, a home run. 18 hits and 64 trips to the plate. That is popped back this direction. And will get out of play. Never before have I sat here fearing a foul ball coming in, but last year it did. Wiped out a camera. So I'm on guard. Not that my catching skills have improved since last year. That's a little bit inside and a walk given to Frost. Farrar coming in from third. And Bishop State taking the early lead. RBI number 16 for Frost. Bases still full for Kaylee King. .385 hitter is king. 27 RBIs. That is tied for third most on the team. Leads the team in triples with 5. Behind on the count, 0-2. That is popped out of play. And the count will stay no balls and a couple of strikes. Bishop State 27-8 in conference play. Enterprise State 23-13. Oh, 2 offering. Goes to the screen, throw coming to the plate, not there, drop strike 3. And another run scores, and King's on, and the bases are still loaded. Wildcats with a 2-zip lead. These two teams met March 14th and 17th. Bishop State winning 3 out of 4. In Mobile, won 8-3 and 9-8. In Enterprise, lost the opening game of the doubleheader 6-5 before the Wildcats took the nightcap 3-1. Emma Wilson, the 8-hitter to the plate. .298 runs in 53 games for these Wildcats. And 2 runs in the first inning of this one. High and away with the pitch to Wilson. A .258 hitter. Number 3 on the team in walks with 12. 2-1 pitch. That will get into the corner and out of play. Chase given from right by Wallace. But ran out of room to track it down. And the count goes even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in. And another one sent to the screen. Mallory Roth moving to the on-deck circle. Wilson, one of 7 Wildcats in triple digits with at-bats. 120 on the year. That is floated in the direction of third, foul territory. Over the shoulder catch made by Meeks. And the inning comes to an end. Not before, though. 2 come in. 3 left on. We go to the bottom of the first. We head to the bottom of the first, 2-zip ball game. Leading it off is Chloe Jones for the Boll Weevils. Caitlin Money hitting second. Allie Whitehead is the 3-hitter. Shaq Washington in the 4 spot. 5-hitter Grace Jernigan. Madison Meeks hit sixth. The Boll Weevil 7 spot occupied by Skylar Frey. Kelsey Cooper in the 6th spot. Defensively, offensively, the 8-hitter, Andalia Wallace is batting 9th. Emma Mooney in the circle for Bishop State. Behind the plate, Claire Frost. Frost trying to bring it back into the strike zone on Jones. He'll stay outside to even the count. Kaylee Weaver at first. Second baseman, Kaylee King. Shortstop is Harmony Stafford. At third, you'll find Mallory Roth. A little bit inside with a pitch to Jones. Emma Wilson in left field, center fielder Jessica Farrar. Cameron Lawson in right. 2 runs, 3 stranded, 8 at-bats in the top of the first, but without a base hit. 3 walks, a hit batsman, and a drop strike 3. Count runs full on Jones. But we are very, very early in this one. So a long way to go. Enterprise State definitely has not hit the panic button. Down by a mere couple of runs early. Round back to Mooney, bobbles it, won't be able to go over to first. That will be an E1. She got outside of the batter's box. So you got an out, don't have a base runner. I was trying to contemplate whether it would be an E1 or a hit, but she was out of the box, and there is one away. Caitlin Mooney coming to the plate. Allie Whitehead to the on-deck circle. Taking a look at Thursday's scores. Bevel State 4-zip over Enterprise State. Marion Military knocks off Wallace Dothan 2-zip. Central Alabama a 9-1 winner over Bevel State, and Bishop State beats MMI 9-zip. Friday it was 6-1 Bevel State over Wallace Dothan. 14 innings in that one. Enterprise State knocks off MMI 5-2. Central Alabama 8-4 over Bishop State, and Enterprise State 5-zip over Bevel State. And here we are with the 9th game of the tournament. Boll Weevils and Bishop. Caitlin Money followed by Allie Whitehead. 2-1 on Money. One away, nobody aboard. That is popped up in the direction of shallow right. Onto the grass to make the catch is second baseman Kaylee King. So 2 gone for Allie Whitehead. Shaq Washington to the on-deck circle. Bishop State in the second has the bottom of the order coming to the plate first. Then the 1 and 2 hitters. Mallory Roth, Harmony Stafford, Jessica Farrar. That is popped up left side foul. And despite the Wildcat efforts to get to it, Cat Whitehead's at-bat will continue. Bottom of the first in a 2-zip game. Too high with a pitch to Whitehead. Here in Alabaster, cloudy and 64. Air quality 25 and good. The UV index 0. That's low. I guess that's as low as you can get. I mean, it just says low. I'm thinking 0 is really low. Feels like 62. Winds out of the west-northwest at 7, gusting to 15. We have had a little better than an inch of rain in the last 24 hours. Wow, that's hit a long way but foul by Whitehead. 11-mile visibility, 83% humidity. Temperature is 7 degrees cooler than it typically is this time of year. Sun sets at 7:31. And this new stat I stumbled upon, which I know is of utmost interest, 239,102 miles to the moon. And that's all I got for you on my iPhone weather app. 3-2, full on Whitehead. That's another one shot foul. I know Whitehead is fouling off pitches, but man, she just looks like she's got power. And how about 15 home runs on the year, 67 RBIs. Those 67 RBIs put her at number 2 in the conference. That is hit well towards left field. It will hit up against the wall. Going to the wall was Wilson. And actually might have had a chance to make the catch, but reached over the wall thinking it was going out. Instead, it drops just a little bit below that yellow line. And Whitehead will wind up with a double, bringing the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the first. That is the 10th double of the year for Whitehead. Shaq Washington next. Washington, not shabby numbers either. 8 home runs, 40 RBIs. A little bit inside with the pitch to Washington. Grace journeying into the on-deck circle. 2 gone, a runner at second. That is popped up behind the dugout at first. And it's an even counted one on Washington. This is a .271 hitting Boll Weevil squad. Washington hitting at a .312 clip. A little bit inside with a pitch to Washington. Congratulations to Wallace Dothan in D2 baseball. Won the tournament last week in Montgomery. Advancing to districts as that is floated towards second. And then thrown away. A nice play on the short hop, but then King, trouble getting it out of the mid, threw it away over at first. Coming in to score is Whitehead. Washington on compliments of the error. And Enterprise State will cut that lead in half. And put the tying run at second. Well, Kaylee King at second did such a nice job of fielding on the short hop. It was a difficult play. She was trying to make the decision whether to catch on the fly or let it drop. But it was just that struggle getting it out of the mid. And then rush the throw over. Whitehead comes in. Grace Jernigan to the plate with Washington representing the tying run. Big swing, big miss, nothing in 2. Madison Meeks to the on-deck circle. Jernigan a .295 hitter. Bo Weevils have smacked 30 home runs this year. And, of course, Whitehead responsible for half of those. One ball, couple of strikes. Mooney to Jernigan. A little bit outside with the pitch. That west setting sun. No problem specifically for Mooney and center fielder Farrar, both using the mitt to shield the eyes. The offering to Jernigan. Ground foul. Right at 26 minutes into the ball game, a nearly half-hour first inning. Two-two offering, Jernigan awaits. That is floated in the direction of left field. Drops in as a base hit. Washington coming on home to score. Meanwhile, the second goes Jernigan. And the Weevils have knotted it up at 2. Madison Meeks coming to the plate. Bishop State getting Farrar and Lawson in the top part of the inning. Bo Weevils bringing Whitehead and Washington in the home half. And that's got Coach up out of the dugout to come out and have a conversation with Mooney and company. Madison Meeks next, the freshman, a 203 hitter. Skyler's on deck. And I guess the question is Skyler a Frey or a Fry? F-R-E-Y, if you are Glenn, is Fry. You know, the former Eagles, the now gone Eagle. If you are like a Jim Frey, F-R-E-Y, that coaches at New Mexico State. So either Skyler, Fry, or Frey coming to the plate next. 1-0 pitch to Meeks. That is just out of reach for Mooney, and on with an infield single. Meeks, the throw over to first, though, gets Jernigan. So it turns into a 4-5 putout, gets Jernigan at third. 2 runs plate. We go to the second in a 2-2 game.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Bottom of the order, top of the second, Mallory Roth starts it off for Bishop State. Harmony Stafford, Jessica Farrar. 2 up in the inning, too. Got a feeling we may have 7 innings, kind of like the first, just back and forth. Wildcats and Bull Eagles. Nobody wants to go home early. Everybody wants to stay in Alabaster another day. Gabby Causey, the Enterprise pitcher. I was wondering, there was a ball weevil headed out of the circle with a bucket of balls. At least I'm assuming it was a bucket of balls. No, maybe not. Maybe it was a bucket of rosin bags. I don't know. I've never seen a bucket of. So it was a bucket of dirt. How does Michelle Ivy know all this? But it was a bucket of dirt. Two and one, the count on Roth. I wonder why you don't like scoop some of the dirt out, maybe stick it in a little baggie. Heck, just bring the whole bucket out. Take what dirt you want. Down to first goes Roth, giving a walk. I can't say that I've ever seen that in a game, which of course I think is the beauty of baseball and softball. You see stuff you've never seen before. I can't recall seeing a bucket of dirt, though it didn't make its destination, but I can't remember seeing one even begin the journey to the circle. Back to the screen by Stafford. Stafford ground into a 6-3 in the first. Jessica Farrar to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the inning, bottom third of the order coming to the plate. Skylar Frank, Kelsey Cooper, and Talia Wallace. A little bit outside with a pitch to Stafford. Gabby Causey, the Boll Weevil pitcher, 120 innings pitched. Went 12 and 11. 12 complete games. 129 hits given up, 88 runs, 67 earned, 54 walks, 65 strikeouts. She did allow 10 home runs. Comes into the game with a ERA just under 4. Thrown to first in time, and out will go Stafford. On the 6-3, Roth will go to second. One out for Jessica Farrar. Cameron Lawson to the on-deck circle. Up against the screen, foul by Farrar. Got hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first. Cameron Lawson to the on-deck circle. The only game played today at Veterans Park. Base hit left field, Farrar producing the first of the game for the Wildcats. Roth will go to third. Runners on the corners for Cameron Lawson. Kaylee Weaver to the on-deck circle. Central Alabama sitting back going, hey, why don't y'all play 15, 20 innings tonight? They'll take on the winner tomorrow. High pitch to Lawson. But I see no need. We've had our quota of extra innings. That 14-inning game. Off to second goes Farrar. Over to third, the throw, and everybody is safe. Cameron Lawson with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Lawson, 41 RBIs this year, a chance for 2 more here. Good looking pitch from Causey. Lawson hitting .362. Drives that one towards right, but foul. Field 2 and 5 used this week. We have narrowed it down to field 5 for the rest of our softball in Division 2. Division 1 gets here next week. Just a little bit outside with a pitch to Lawson. Count is full on Lawson. Kaylee Weaver next. Sends that one foul. And it will stay 3-2. Three balls, couple of strikes. Lawson with Farrar and Roth on. One away in the top of the second. That is hit towards left field and not able to bring it in. Is Grace Jernigan in to score. Roth in to score Farrar. Lawson with 2 more RBIs. Jernigan got there and almost brought it in. Two runs will play. Kaylee Weaver coming in up to the plate. And it is back to a 2-run lead for Bishop State. One out, one on. Kaylee Weaver hitting. Tanner Madukes to the on-deck circle. Gotta love these artificial turfs. If this had been 2 or 3 years ago when they had natural grass and turf or dirt, as that is shot up the middle, base hit Weaver. Lawson taking the turn, giving the green light. Throw to the plate, she'll time in safely. RBI single for Weaver. But if this had been a couple of years ago, I don't know if we would have played after the downpour. But if we did, it would be after a lot of kitty cat litter and a lot of hard work. New pitcher coming in, Gabby Causey. Handing the reins over to a new ball weevil. The new ball weevil. And the stats on Mooney when we return.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Gracie Bonds, the new pitcher, the freshman, worked 119 and a third innings. Just 2/3 of an inning less than Gabby Causey. A 3.05 ERA, 5 home runs allowed, 41 walks, 68 strikeouts, 142 hits given up, 92 runs, 52 earned. Went 15-7, 22 starts. This is her 5th time out of the pen. And during the regular season, 13 complete games. Two-one pitch to Dukes. Sent out a play to the right side. Meanwhile, Gabby Causey, an inning in the third, faced 13. No strikeouts, 4 walks, 3 hits. Has allowed 5 runs and is responsible for the runner at first as you got a strikeout of Dukes for out number 2. And Causey also hit 1 in her inning and a third of work. Claire Frost, who is credited with an RBI for a bases loaded walk. That happened an inning ago, back to the plate in the top of the second. Kaylee King on deck. Frey, Cooper, and Wallace in the bottom of the second for Enterprise State. Count evens up at 1 on Frost. One offering. It is sent towards short. Scooped up there by Cooper, goes the quickest route to an out, which is second. And the 6-4 will put an end to the top of the inning. But 3 runs plate, Bishop State by those 3 going to the home half of the second.
You've played some travel ball, you've shared the videos. Mom and Dad can only root so much. It's time to get real interest from the colleges and scouts in your area, right where you live. That's why the Showcase Series is different. We're not just another tournament, we're an advancement event where you get real-time exposure with live TV coverage of our games that get you seen directly by the coaches you want to impress from anywhere in the world. Register for events at showcaseseries.org. It's your turn at bat.
We head to the bottom of the second. Skylar Frey starts it. Kelsey Cooper, Aaliyah Wallace. Due up in the inning, too. Bishop State getting 3 runs out of the top part of the inning. And take that 3-run lead into the bottom of the second. The DP Frey starting it off. Emma Mooney, 79 innings pitched this year for Bishop State, 5-4. 6 times she came in as a reliever, as that is fouled off to the third base side. Three complete Mooney games, 81 hits given up, 77 runs, 55 earned, 65 walks, and 43 strikeouts. 5 home runs given up, a 4.87 ERA. Count even in 2. Skylar Frey starting off the bottom of the second. A little high and away with a pitch. Good to have the commissioner of the ACCC here, Dean Myrick. He is here to shake hands. Is it kiss babies? I can't remember what politicians do. But we know that Michelle is she's the main worker. Dean's kind of an ambassador. And right now he's going, aren't I the one that signs the check? Refresh my memory. Well, I was hoping to get paid for the event, but probably not now. As the pitch is slapped into foul territory and out of play by Frey. He's busy. Done a lot for the conference, and obviously it has expanded tremendously over the course of his, 8 or 10 years now at the helm. I'm almost scared now to open the envelope, as that is popped over towards the dugout at third. Did you have enough time to booby trap an envelope? So I'm taking my life into my own hands if I open it up. 3-2 pitch to Frey. Leadoff hitter, bottom of the second. Kelsey Cooper on deck. That is popped up. Calling forward at second and drifting 1 foot onto the grass to make the catch is Kaylee King. One out for Kelsey Cooper. Cooper hitting .277, a home run, 16 RBIs, 18 walks, 8 strikeouts. A little inside with the pitch to Cooper, who for a moment showed bunt. Bishop State in the top of the third have the bottom third of the order coming to the plate. King, Wilson, and Roth. Just a tad inside. The longest 7-inning softball game I've ever called, 3 hours, 41 minutes. This right now is at 50 minutes. So if you average an hour for every 2 innings, let's see, that would be 1, 2, 3. We might set a record. Three-0 pitch inside, walk given to Cooper, still go down to first. Dean thinks there is power in speed. So you think I can jinx the game? I thought we already agreed that everything that went wrong was going to be blamed on Alfred, our official scorekeeper. But now I feel like some of that blame could be shifted. A little bit inside with a pitch to Aaliyah Wallace. Wallace batting .205 on the year. 88 trips to the plate. 18 hits. 1 extra base hit. As a strike is called on Wallace, top of the order. Moving to the on-deck circle. One offering to Wallace. Just outside, 2-1. Eight walks, 6 strikeouts. And Wallace appearing in 40 games this year. It is punted towards third. Roth, bare hands, goes to first, gets the out. To second, will go Cooper. Two away with a runner in second. As we get back to the top of the order, Kaylee Jones to the plate. Jones stepped out of the box while laying a hit down on the infield in the first, becoming the first out in the inning. Caitlin Mooney moving to the on-deck circle. Inside with a pitch to Jones. More at-bats than any other boll weevil, 152 this year. Hitting .336. Too far inside with the offering. And now coach coming out and have a conversation with Chloe Jones. The sophomore tied for the team lead in base hits with 51. Same number of base hits as Allie Whitehead, but Whitehead did it in 146 plate appearances. Jones in 152. Another pitch that goes inside on Jones. All three have gone inside. Our outfield has got a definitive shift towards left. Noticeable gap between right and center. And the Wildcats meeting in the circle. With a 3-0 count on Chloe Jones. Major League Baseball, a number of finals. Rays have beat the Yankees 3-2. Astros over the White Sox 8-3. 5-3. Guardians beat the Blue Jays. Strike is delivered, 3-1. Padres nip the Pirates 2-1. Giants over the Rockies 6-3. Twins top of the Red Sox 4-3. Marlins mash the A's 9-6. One hop right back to Mooney. Goes to first, gets Jones. One runner is stranded, nobody scores. We've played 2. Top of the third gets underway. Kaylee King will start it. Emma Wilson and Mallory Roth due up in the inning, too. King got on compliments of a drop strike 3 in the first. Now was facing Gabby Causey. And was the only Causey strikeout. Now facing Gracie Bonds. Ground is short. Nice job of fielding there by Cooper. King out on the 6-3. Every first out for Bishop State has been a 6-3. Stafford the first out in the first inning and in the second inning. King the first out in the third, all on 6-3 putouts. Emma Wilson next. Out off of the screen. Mallory Roth on deck. We'll start the bottom of the third with Money. Caitlin Money, Allie Whitehead, Shakiria Washington. 0-1 pitch to Wilson, who popped out to third to end the first. Drives this again to Cooper. And Cooper will again get a wildcat. That's a pair of 6-3s, 4 outs, 1 and 2. Mallory Roth next. Top of the order, Harmony Stafford to the on-deck circle. Bonds pitch on the corner. 0-1. Roth walked an inning ago and was one of the 3 Wildcat runs that plated in the top of the third. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Roth struck out 9 times this year. Another opportunity for Cooper. And she'll get it there to get Roth as well. Well, all we needed was pitcher, catcher, short, and first baseman there. All 6-3s to get King, Wilson, and Roth. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Don't forget to follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and definitely, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to that YouTube channel. Just a click of the mouse away, cursor over, subscribe button, and click. That's it. Nothing to fill out, no info to provide. Bottom of the third, Caitlin Money starts, and she popped out the second in the first. Allie went Whitehead and Shaq Washington due up in the inning, too. On the inside part of the plate. Count goes even at 1. Top of the order in the top of the fourth for Bishop State. That is a foul ball towards third. Big thank you to the fellows that carried game coverage to today. Jason Paulman, Tim Altork, and Craig Howard. And then the three passing the baton to Moi. Thank you very much. Money the second out of the first inning. Whitehead on deck. Just a little bit inside to Caitlin Money. Money hitting .324. Pops it up, left side, onto the grass at short to make the catch is Stafford. And there's one out for Ollie Whitehead. Whitehead produced the first base hit of the ball game. A double back in the first, came in and scored the first boll weevil run. It was her 47th run of the year. A .349 hitter. Back to the plate. Taking a look at the stat leaders at the end of the regular season. Bevel State's Murray batting .478. Best in D2 softball. RBIs. The best belongs to Brewer in Central Alabama with 78. Most home runs, Bevel State's Murray with 21. Bevel State again with the top base stealer. Engel with 35. Ground foul towards third. Top ERA, Central Alabama's Irwin at .237. Two Trojans were tops with wins, 17 each for Tarvin and Irwin. Bailey and MMI, the top strikeout leader, 94 Ks. And Bishop State's McCleary leading in saves with 2. Another one ground foul by Whitehead. Shaq Washington on deck. Stafford, Farrar, and Lawson. 1, 2, 3 in the Wildcat order when you get to the fourth. Two offering. And the count runs full, 3-2. Here is the payoff pitch to Whitehead. Outside, and she'll be given a walk down to first. That is the second Mooney walk. And a runner on for Shaq Washington. Washington reached on an E4, came in and scored a run in the first. Grace Jernigan to the on-deck circle. And is rocketed foul in the direction of left. Well, it's going to get a little cooler than I anticipated. 58 tonight. I guess I should have looked at the weather before heading north. Shorts and short sleeves. I do carry a little warm stuff in the van, but I don't know that gloves and a toboggan with shorts and short sleeves would pass the fashion muster. I'm not sure that anything I wear would pass the fashion muster. A little bit outside with a pitch, 2-1 to Washington. Grace Jernigan on deck. Washington on the year, 312 hitter, 40 RBIs, 8 home runs, 11 doubles. Those 11 doubles are the best on the team. That is hit well towards left field. It will one hop to the fence. On her way to second with double number 12 is Washington. Third base hit of the game for Enterprise State. And will push Whitehead to third. And you got a couple of runners on for Grace Jernigan. But first, Monica out to talk to Mooney. The Bishop State coach out into the circle. Here in the bottom half of the third. Bishop State hoping to maintain that lead of 3. And definitely trying to guard against a base hit that would at least make it a 1-run game. On the other hand, Ball Weevils like the spot they are in, with a 5-hitter coming to the plate and 2 in scoring position. Jernigan hitting .295 this year. 10 extra base hits, 7 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. 30 Boll Weevil homers this year. Jernigan's already got an RBI. She drove in a run with a single in the first. Back to the plate with RBI chances in the third. Madison Meeks on deck. One-0 pitch outside, 2-0. The fence 210 feet away. On the inside part of the plate to Jernigan. Jernigan with a team-leading 17 strikeouts. Two-one pitch. Popped up in the direction of center field. Is it deep enough to bring in the run? Farrar with the catch, and diving in from third is Whitehead. So Jernigan will pick up another RBI. And it's a 5-3 game with 2 gone. Madison Meeks coming to the plate. Well, I gave you the finals in Major League Baseball. Games in progress. Phillies 7-2 over the D-backs. Bottom of the 8th. Top of the 6th, Nationals 6-3 over the Reds. Mariners and Rangers tied at 1. Top of the 6th. Cubs over the Brewers 6-2, top of 6. No score Royals and Orioles in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Dodgers-Braves game scoreless and in a rain delay. So some of that stuff that came through here earlier now has found its way to Atlanta. A little bit inside with a pitch to Meeks. She ground into a 4-5 put out in the first. Skylar Frey to the on-deck circle. Count goes even at 2. NBA at the half, Nuggets 58-47 over the Clippers. In game 7 of that series. That is shoved over towards left. What a stretch at third. Reaching up is Roth. Plucks it. Out goes Meeks. Leaves a runner on, but a run is in as we head to the fourth. Top of the order, top of the fourth, popped up by Stafford. It'll get out of play. Jessica Farrar and Cameron Lawson due up in the inning 2. Boll Weevils chip one off the lead. In the bottom of the third, Allie Whitehead coming in on the Jernigan sac fly. Jernigan now with a pair of RBIs in the game. Ground to third, throw to first, a little low, but able to dig it out is Chloe Jones, and out goes Stafford. That's 5 in a row now, retired by Bonds. And it brings Jessica Farrar to the plate. Farrar got hit and had a hit. Got hit by Causey in the first, had a single in the second. Scored twice, stole a base once. Outside to Farrar. Cameron Lawson on deck, bottom third of the order in the bottom of the fourth for the Boll Weevils. An elimination game, do or die. Just a bit low with the pitch to Farrar. Central Alabama awaiting the winner. Winners of 34 in a row. Haven't lost to a conference team since MMI beat them. Sent to center field, routine fly ball there for the catchers, Ollie Whitehead. Two gone for Cameron Lawson. Lawson has walked and singled, drove in 2, scored 2. And has chipped in a stolen base. Kaylee Weaver to the on-deck circle. Frey, Cooper, and Wallace when you get to the bottom of the fourth for Enterprise State. Buns came into the ball game in the second and finished out that inning, 2/3 of the second. Retired the side in order in the third and trying to do the same in the fourth. That'll be a base hit towards the gap, left center field. Lawson on her way to second, puts on the brakes there, and that string of 6 in a row snapped on the Lawson double. Her 11th double of the year. And Bishop State trying to get that run back, given up in the bottom of the third. Kaylee Weaver next. 1 for 2. Lawson's double, the 4th hit of the game for Bishop State. Weaver with a pop out to center field in the first, singled and drove in a run in the second. For Weaver, her 19th RBI of the year. On the outside part of the plate to the lefty. Good average, one of the best on the team, 385. Count goes even at 1. Weaver with 8 home runs, 1 triple. 13 walks, that is just about as good as it gets. Only one other Wildcat with more walks. Behind third, the catch made by shortstop Cooper, and Weaver will leave Lawson on.
You've played some travel ball, you've shared the videos. Mom and Dad can only root so much. It's time to get real interest from the colleges and scouts in your area, right where you live. That's why the Showcase Series is different. We're not just another tournament, we're an advancement event where you get real-time exposure with live TV coverage of our games that get you seen directly by the coaches you want to impress from anywhere in the world. Register for events at showcaseseries.org. It's your turn at bat.
Bottom of the fourth, bottom third of the order, Skylar Frey will start it off. Kelsey Cooper and Aaliyah Wallace due up in the inning 2. Wildcats get a 2-out double from Lawson. Leave her stranded at second. That is 5 Wildcats left on as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Frey with a fly out to second in the second. 0 for 1 in the game. That one sent foul and out of play. Frey 16 hits and 63 plate appearances. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Mooney. Just a little bit high. Tomorrow, the championship game, noon. And if the winner of this one wins that one, you'll have another game to follow. There is a base hit into left field, leadoff single for Bo Weevil's Frey. Hit number 4 in the game for Enterprise State. And a base runner on for Kelsey Cooper. Cooper representing the tying run for the Bo Weevils here in the bottom of the 4th. Aaliyah Wallace moving to the on-deck circle. And a pinch runner coming in for Frey at first. I believe that is Kelsey Ellenberg, the freshman who has appeared in 40 games this year. Scoring 25 runs on over at first. Kelsey Cooper with a walk in the second. Bunts it up, diving, trying to come up with it by Frost. Stretched out the frame, just out of reach. And Ellenberg back over to first. Cooper, a .277 hitter. .16 RBIs on the year. Aaliyah Wallace moving to the on-deck circle. Mid part of the order when you get to the top of the 5th for Bishop State. It's shoved in the direction of first. That'll get the runner over and the runner on. Bunt single by Cooper. Shoved it over towards the first baseman, Kaylee Weaver. And Frey will take second, Cooper first. Putting the tying run on and bringing the go-ahead run to the plate. Aaliyah Wallace laid down a sacrifice in the second that moved Cooper over. Wallace hitting .205. Has a couple of base runners on. And nobody gone. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Laying down the bunt, foul. Trying to move runners up. Ellenberg to third and Cooper to second. Instead, back to where they were. Oh, 0-1 count on Wallace. A little bit inside and the count evens up. Wallace with 3 sacrifice hits this year. One pitch. What a catch from behind the plate by Frost. Everybody else will stay put, but a sensational Frost play. Had to move to her left and do it quickly. One out with still 2 on. We go back to the top of the order. Chloe Jones to the plate. 0 for 2 in the game. Caitlin Mooney to the on-deck circle. Dukes, Frost, and King in the top of the fifth for Bishop State. A little bit inside with the pitch. Almost looked like Jones was about to say, "It got me." But apparently able to step out of the way. And it's 2-0. Jones with 20 RBIs this year. Outside offering 3-0. And Mooney is a pitch outside of the strike zone away from loading it up. '65 Mooney walks this year. And in the game, too. Walked Cooper in the second, walked Whitehead in the third. On the inside part of the plate to Jones. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Stepping out of the box, Jones. Mooney appearing in 22 games this year, 14 conference games. Right back it goes to Mooney. She will go to third, and then it'll hop out of the mitt of Roth. Perfect throw, but Roth couldn't hang on. And the bases are loaded. So Frey to third, Cooper to second, Jones at first, all compliments of the drop at third. Caitlin Money to the plate. For Roth, her 8th error of the season that has popped up on the infield. And the Wildcats are a little closer to getting out of the inning unscathed. But now going to take care of a big at-bat and Ollie Whitehead. Talk about one of the most fearsome hitters in D2 softball with 15 home runs, 67 RBIs. That batting average clipping about 349, 350. She has doubled and walked in the game and scored twice. High pitch to Whitehead. A total of 25 extra base hits this year. That is hit well, but it is hit foul. Well out of the park by a long shot. But on the wrong side of the foul pole, if you are a Weevil, it's the right side if you are a Wildcat. And the count is 1-2. Mooney, 43 Ks this year. In a 7-inning game that's just shy of 4 per. Doesn't have one in this game and would love to get one here. Whitehead would love to tie the game up, maybe take the lead. Outside with the pitch to Whitehead. And the count runs full. Bases loaded, payoff pitch, bottom of the fourth in a 2-run game. That is driven foul. And we'll get a second payoff. Shaq Washington to the on-deck circle. Between Washington and Whitehead, 107 RBIs. Count full, 3-2. Another payoff pitch to Whitehead. Doubled in the first, walked in the third. To the plate with the bases loaded, 2 gone in the fourth. And that hitter got her on the elbow. She'll get the RBI. The run will come in. It's a 1-run ball game. Bases still loaded, and now you've got the 40 RBI producing Washington coming to the plate. Washington has reached on an error and doubled. Scored once. Grace Jernigan on deck. That is ground towards left field, base hit. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Cooper and Jones. And the Boll Weevils have taken the lead in the fourth. Washington driving in 2. And that RBI total continuing to grow for Washington. And for the Boll Weevils, their first lead in the game. Tied the game up in the bottom of the first with 2, but never took the lead. Bishop State came back in the top part of inning number 2 and played at 3. But Enterprise State just takes the lead on the Washington single that drives into Jernigan. Speaking of 2 RBIs, had 1 in the first with a single, 1 in the third on a sacrifice. Jernigan, the 8th Boll Weevil to come to the plate in the 4th inning. Strike to Jernigan. Count goes to 0-2. Some disgruntled fans with the strike call. Imagine that. Disgruntled fans. 0-2 pitch. Chopped over in the direction of second, fielded by King. Goes to first, gets Jernigan on the 4-3. 2 are left on, but 3 come in. And for the first time, we go to the top part of an inning with a Boll Weevil lead. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Tanner Jones starting things off in the top of the fifth. Claire Frost, Kaylee King, 2 up in the inning, 2. First time the Wildcats have come to the plate down. Down by a run after a 3-run bottom of the fourth for the Boll Weevils. 1 hop to third, fielded there by Meeks. Over to first goes the throw, and Dukes is out, number 1. Claire Frost next. Frost with a walk and a ground out. The walk came with the bases loaded. Gave Frost the RBI. Frost, though, a spectacular play behind the plate defensively in the bottom of the fourth, denying Wallace an opportunity to bunt her way aboard. 0-1 on Frost. Kaylee King to the on-deck circle. That is dropped into center field. A 1-out base hit for Claire Frost. Hit number 5 in the game for the Wildcats. And it puts a runner on for Kaylee King. And let's see if we are about to get a substitution at first. We are. Coming out of the game is Frost. And checking in to run. So that was a 2 and a 3. Would make it Brooke Tillman. So I think it is Tillman on at first, running for Frost. Kaylee King coming to the plate. Dribble towards third, playing in was Meeks. She will field and go to first, get the out. To second will go Tillman. But played perfectly by Meeks. Two gone with a runner at second. Emma Wilson next. 0 for 2 in the game with a fly out to third and the ground out to short. Mallory Roth to the on-deck circle. That's a base wrap into right field. Then will find its way all the way to the fence. Rounding third, coming in to score is Tillman on her way to third. Wilson. And Wilson, with her third triple of the year, has tied the game up at 6. Mallory Roth coming to the plate. So Dukes begins it, grounding into the 5-3. Frost gets on. Tillman comes in to run. King grounds into the 5-3 that moves Tillman over. And then Wilson delivering with a triple. And a pinch hitter coming to the plate for Roth. This is Charlie Vinson. Vinson, 82 plate appearances, 23 hits, 6 doubles, couple of home runs, 19 RBIs, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts, a .280 hitter. And Bishop State trying to get that lead right back in the top of the 5th. Meeks, Frey, and Cooper when you get to the bottom of the 5th for Enterprise State. That will go to the screen. Here comes the run from third. Wilson in safely. And the Wildcats reclaim the lead. So the pass ball bringing in the run as from third, Wilson will score. And that Boll Weevil lead short-lived. From the bottom of the 4th to the top of the 5th. Top of the order, Harmony Stafford to the on-deck circle. A little bit outside with the pitch to Vincent to run the count to 2-1. Six, 7, and 8 in the Boll Weevil order in the bottom of the 5th. Inside with a pitch and a walk given to Vincent. 9th free pass of the year for Vincent. And a runner on as we get back to the top of the order, Harmony Stafford. 0 for 3 in the game, ground outs to short twice, to third once. And Bonds, for all practical purposes, had been coasting until there were 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Had given up the double to Lawson with 2 outs in the 4th, but was able to get Weaver. Retired the side in order in the 3rd. Came into the game in the 2nd, faced 2 and got them both. Then here in the top of the 5th, had 2 gone and a runner in 2nd. Then the triple, the pass ball, the walk. And the Wildcats reclaim the lead as we go back to the top of the order. Stafford, the first out in innings 1, 2, and 4. Sends that one foul. And as a matter of fact, has had a plate appearance in every inning except the 3rd. A 0-1 pitch to Stafford. Jessica Farrar to the on-deck circle. Ground up the middle. Scooped up by Money, and that'll put everybody in scoring position as Vincent goes to 3rd, Stafford to 2nd. So Money having to rush the throw, misfires, and that'll become the first Boll Weevil error of the game. Has a couple of runners in scoring position for Jessica Farrar. Farrar, hot shot down the line, skims past Meeks. In to score is Vinson. In to score is Stafford. And Farrar drives in two. And I'm assuming we're calling that a hit. So a couple of runs will plate on the Farrar base hit. And they were leaving at the crack of the bat. So you can get into versus the one on maybe a one-out similar situation. High with a pitch to Cameron Lawson. Four runs scoring in the inning, and all have plated with two gone. Lawson 2 for 2 in the game. Singled and doubled, walked as well. 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Time asked for by Lawson. Kaylee Weaver to the on-deck circle. That'll go to the screen, and that will get Farrar to second. So the wild pitch has got a Wildcat in scoring position for Cameron Lawson. Lawson best on the team with 41 RBIs. Tops on the team in home runs with 8. Number 2 batting average at .362. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Bonds. Swung on and missed, and the count evens. Lawson, 11 strikeouts on the year. Wildcats have been fanned 131 times. That is shoved over in the direction of Money. She will field, she will fire, and out will go Lawson. 1 runner stranded, 4 runners in. Wildcats by 3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, Madison Meek starts it. Skylar Frey and Kelsey Cooper due up in the inning as well. A 4-run top part of the 5th. As the Wildcats back out in front, Weevils will try again to overcome a Bishop State advantage. Meeks 0 for 2 in the game. Has ground out to second, popped out to third. Skylar Frey, Kelsey Cooper, 2 up in the inning, 2. That is popped up on the infield. Calling for it at third is Roth. And she'll make the catch for out number 1. ACCC D1 softball headed here next week. And it might get here with an uninvited guest, and that's Mama Nature. I mean, Mama Nature is invited, but preferably when she doesn't bring precip. And right now the forecast saying it could rain a tad. ACCC D1 baseball starting next week too. And it will happen up in Oxford, Alabama. It's a high fly ball towards center field, but playable. Farrar is there for the catch, and Frey out number 2. A lot going on next weekend at Troy. You've got the baseball D2 district matchup. And then the following weekend at Oxford, the D1 baseball district matchup. Low and away with the pitch to Kelsey Cooper. Aaliyah Wallace to the on-deck circle. Bishop State in the 6th as Weaver, Dukes, and Frost do up. Also tomorrow on JockJive, not only the ACCC D2 softball championships, but a game that was supposed to be played today into the regular season baseball matchup, Coastal Alabama South and Gadsden State, but it's been moved to tomorrow at noon. David Haney on the call there. On the inside part of the plate, 1-2 on Cooper. Cooper with a walk and a single. Just a little bit inside and the count evens. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mooney to Cooper, and Cooper will lift this one towards right field, but on the warning track. Catch made by Emma Wilson. And Emma Mooney kind of saying thank you very much to her squad for that big top of the 5th, retiring for the first time. The sign in order in the bottom part of the inning. We go to the 6th. Wildcats by 3. Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Crafts got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Top of the 6th, Kaylee Weaver starts it. She has popped out, singled, and flown out. Innings 1, 2, and 4. Flew out to center field in the first, to short in the fourth. And a single in the second. Pops this one up on the infield. And it's short, the catch made by Kelsey Cooper. One out for Tanner Dukes. A walk, a strikeout, and a ground out. 0 for 2 in the game is Dukes. Claire Frost on deck. Bottom of the order starts the bottom of the sixth for Enterprise State. Dukes with a walk in the first, the strikeout in the second, the ground out in the fifth. One out, nobody aboard in the sixth. And behind on the count, 0-2 is Dukes. Claire Frost on deck. Oh, 0-2 pitch to Dukes. Wraps it right back up the middle. 8th Bishop State base hit of the game. And a one-out single with Claire Frost next. As we cross over the 2-hour mark into this one. Here in the top part of the sixth. Frost has walked, ground out, and singled. Has an RBI and has scored a run. It was the walk, though, that produced the RBI, not the single. Walked with the bases loaded. And the run scored after the single and inning back. As a matter of fact, it was her run that tied it up at 6. And then, of course, Wilson, Vinson, and Stafford also came in. Down to first with a throw, safely back is Dukes. Dukes does not have a stolen base this year. Has tried once and got caught. Right down the middle to Frost. And the count goes to 2-1. Kaylee King to the on-deck circle. High and away with the pitch. Jones and Money will follow Wallace. 9-1-2 when you get to the bottom of the sixth for Enterprise State. That is hit towards right field, going back to the wall. One hops over the shoulder of a backtracking Jernigan in left. Dukes will find her way to third. Frost with a double at second. Two in scoring position for Kaylee King. Bishop State with a couple of runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the fifth. Enterprise State, 2 in the first, a run in the third, 3 in the fourth. Nine Wildcat hits, 6 of which have been given up by Bonds. 3 by the starting pitcher, Gabby Causey. King reached on a drop, strike 3 in the first, ground out to short in the third, and to third in the fifth, 0 for 3. 2 on, 1 away. That is a fair ball. It snuck right between third baseman Meeks and the bag. In to score is Dukes and Frost. And King's got a double that extends the lead to 5. For Kaylee King, double number 13. And those RBIs have got her right at 30. Gracie Bonds, who came into the ballgame in the second, staying in the game to face Emma Wilson with a base runner at second here in the top of the 6th. Mallory Roth on deck. Wilson 1 for 3, but that one was big. It was a triple in the 5th. Bishop State now in double digits in base hits at 10. First pitch fouled away by Wilson. A .258 hitter. 1 double, 2 triples, 1 home run. And those 2 triples, by the way, were coming into this weekend. Had one already in this game. Looking back, the runner is Meeks. And that look back of the runner bought time to get Wilson on. So Wilson given a base hit. Outside with a pitch to Roth. Roth walked and ground out to short. Vincent came in and pitch hit for Roth in the 5th. And now Roth back at the plate in the 6th. Harmony Stafford, the leadoff hitter, to the on-deck circle. 1-1 pitch. Popped up in the direction of center field. There for the catch is Holly Whitehead, and Roth flies out for out number 2. So we are back to the top of the order. Harmony Stafford, 0 for 4 in the game. Three ground outs, reached on an error and scored a run, an inning back. Shoots that one right up the middle. And now, after slipping and falling, King caught in a run down, tagged out trying to come home. Two runs will plate, 2 runners are stranded. We will head to the bottom of the 6th with Bishop State up by 5. Don't forget to follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Trying to get to 7,000. That's the next goal for our YouTube subscribers. Ultimately, kind of would like 1 million, but I think we got to get something like 50,000 a year for 20 years to get to 1 million. So that may be a little difficult to reach. But we'll take it one subscriber at a time. Aaliyah Wallace starting off the bottom of the 6th. Into the zone with a pitch to Wallace. Chloe Jones, Caitlin Money, 2 up in the inning, 2. That is shot into center field. That'll be at least one. Able to go over and cut it off before it reaches the fence is Farrar, and Wallace on with a leadoff single. Mooney had retired 4 in a row before the Wallace single. And we are back to the top of the order. Chloe Jones coming to the plate. The .336 hitting Jones. Caitlin Mooney to the on-deck circle, outside with a pitch. Jones 0 for 3. That'll go to the screen, and that will get Wallace to second. Two, 3, and 4 in the Bishop State order when you get to the 7th. Bullweevils hoping it will be a while before getting to the 7th inning. Jones stepped out of the box in the 1st, ground out to the pitcher in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 4th. And now in that circle, a conversation centered around Mooney. That stretch of 4 at-bats where Mooney set down the Weevils was the longest stretch in the game. And as a matter of fact, as I look back at the stats, it looks like 2 in a row had been the high before that 4 in a row stretch. So coach out to talk to Mooney and say, hey, let's get back to that stretch of 4 straight. And has asked her to start with Jones. Bo Weevils, 1 Jones on, and Wallace in. Caitlin Mooney next. Low and away with the pitch to Jones. And the count runs to 3-0. Central Alabama's got the winner tomorrow at noon. On the outside part of the plate to Jones. Here's the 3-1 offering. It's a little bit outside. Jones down to first. Couple of Bull Weevils on. And Caitlin Money coming to the plate. That is the 3rd Mooney walk. Money and Mooney. Mooney to Money as Money steps in outside with a pitch. Mooney has gotten Money in the first, third, and fourth innings. She flew out to second in the first, to short in the third and fourth. On the inside part of the plate. Count even in one. Money hitting .324. 30 RBIs, 8 extra base hits. Low and inside with a pitch. 13 walks, 10 strikeouts. Two-one offering. It is sent to third. Fielded there by Roth. Steps on the bag. Goes to first. And turns two. That is the game's first double play. And there's two gone with one on. And that apparently is going to do it for Mooney. The new pitcher, the Mooney numbers when we return.
She's frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for two on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The new pitcher is Brianna McCleary. McCleary has tossed 78 innings, appeared in 28 games. Many of those as a reliever, 17 times as a reliever. 11 as a starter, 7-3, 2 saves with 5 complete games. 73 hits given up, 52 runs, 35 earned. 54 walks, 82 strikeouts, 4 home runs allowed, a 3.14 ERA. Runs the count to 1-2 on Ollie Whitehead. Whitehead has doubled, walked, and been hit by a pitch. Emma Mooney will work 5 2/3, face 29. No strikeouts, 3 walks, 7 hits. And in the moment, responsible for 6 runs, but the runner at second would be charged to Mooney if she scores here in the 6th. She won't. Whitehouse strikes out. And the first K of the game comes from reliever McCleary for Bishop State.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Choose from over 100 affordable degree and certificate programs that fit your budget and schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus, with the same affordable tuition rate for every state. UA Online. Advance your career and change your life. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
Top of the 7th, Jessica Farrar starts it off. Cameron Lawson and Kaylee Weaver due up in the inning, too. Wildcats looking to stretch it out some more. Leading by 5. Trying to bunt her way aboard Farrar. She's got a couple of hits, has popped out to center field and got hit by a pitch. Farrar has driven in 2 and scored 2. Nice backhand at third. Meeks over to first. On safely is Farrar. Well, we are looking to the brilliant baseball minds in the softball minds in the box. And the most brilliant of the softball minds has said that's an E5, so that is what we go in. And down to second is Farmer. Base runner in scoring position. Cameron Lawson to the plate. Lawson with a walk, a single, a double, and a ground out to second. Kaylee Weaver to the on-deck circle. Nobody gone, top of the 7th. Bishop State trying to add to the lead. There's a shot into left field. Given the green light to take it on to the house for Farrar. She will score. And Bishop State by 6. Third RBI of the game for Lawson. And Bonds, who came into the game after an inning and a third of Causey, will leave the game in the top of the 7th.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
The new pitcher is Skylar Frey. The freshman has appeared in 16 games, 15 times as a reliever, 1-3. Worked 40 innings, gave up 59 hits, 44 runs, 34 earned, 24 walks, 19 strikeouts, 5 home runs allowed. The ERA just under 6 in right field. Catch will be made by Aaliyah Wallace. And Weaver with a fly out, holding it first is Lawson. Gracie Bonds, who came into the ball game in the second and preceded Frey, will face 25 as that one is shot towards center field. Deep, deep, deep. Home run out of the park. Tenema Dukes. Fourth time this year, Dukes driving one out of the park. Bases cleared and 2 more runs in. That is the 6th home run given up by Frey. Strike delivered to Claire Frost. That is shot down the line towards left, and this is a pinch hitter, Brooke Tillman. I think Tillman came into the game running for Frost, so Tillman stayed in the game and now getting her first at bat. Came in as a runner for Frost in the 6th. Stays in the game. First plate appearance comes here in the 7th. And she'll pop that one up in the direction of right field. To her left to make the catch is Aaliyah Wallace. And a hitter for Kaylee King as well. This is Lacey Riley. Riley, a .320 hitter, 50 plate appearances. The freshman has 16 hits, 4 doubles, a home run, 17 RBIs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. And comes to the plate with the bases cleared and 2 gone. First Frey pitch coming in just a little bit low. Outside with the offering, 2-0. Riley in the spot where Kaylee King was previously. King went 1 for 4. That pitch will miss to Riley. Bottom of the 7th, Washington, Jernigan, and Meeks for Enterprise State. Down the middle from Frey for strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike, and it's 3-2. Battling back is Frey. The 4th she has faced since coming into the game relieving Gracie Bonds. That is popped up. And there the catch will be made by Wallace. And by the way, that was Jernigan made the catch, who made the catches over in left earlier. And that one in right is indeed to Wallace. Make that 3 runs will plate off a total of 2 base hits, including the game's first round tripper. Dukes going yard for 2. It's a 14-6 Bishop State lead headed to the bottom of the 7th. Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Bottom of the 7th, Enterprise State trying to overcome an 8-run advantage. High pitch to Washington after 1 into the zone, and the count evens at 1. Washington has reached on an E4 double and single. Driven in 2 in a 2-for-3 performance. On the inside part of the plate for McCleary. McCleary came into the game, faced 1 in the 6th, and gave Bishop State their first strikeout of the game. Popped up at first, and there the catch made by Kaylee Weaver. Washington out, number 1. One away, nobody aboard. We are in the bottom of the 7th. And a pinch hitter coming in for Jernigan. Little bit inside with the pitch. Jamie Jackson, the pinch hitter. Jackson, a .292 hitter on the year. The sophomore got 65 plate appearances. She'll pop that one up towards center field. Good jump on it by Jessica Farmer. Looked for a moment as if it might drop. But Farmer, good speed and a good jump. And there's 2 outs in the inning. Madison Meeks to the plate. Enterprise State down to their last at bat. And it'll be that way for the rest of the way with 2 gone. 1 out left. As it's outside to Meeks. 0 for 3 in the game. And ground out in a second, a couple of pop outs to third. Skylar Frey on deck. Two-one pitch, and it is even at 2. And now Meeks down to her last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Bottom of the 7th. 2 hours, 35 minutes after it started. That is hit well towards center field, and that's going to one hop against the fence. Meeks will pull into second with a 2-out double. Skylar Frey to the plate. DP turned pitcher. With a base runner in scoring position. Frey with a couple of pop-outs and a single. That is popped up on the infield at short. Catch made by Stafford. The ball game over. Wildcats advance to the championship. So tomorrow, Bishop State, the 2 seed, Central Alabama, the 1, tangling for the D2 softball championship. Your final numbers in this one: 8 hits, 2 errors committed, 7 are left on by Enterprise State. They got a couple of runs in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. And then for Bishop State, a total of 14 hits, 2 errors, leaving 8 on. A couple of runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, 4 runs plated in the 5th. They got 2 in the 6th and 3 runs in the 7th. Then there is your final score, 14-6. Bishop State will win it. They've got a 12 p.m. Sunday date with Central Alabama, and we'll be here with the coverage. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll see you tomorrow for softball here in Alabaster. For the ACCC and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.